Hello and welcome to another Portworx demo. Today we have two clusters, the one on the left and the one on the right are both running the same application. The difference between the one on the left and the one on the right is that the cluster on the left is running with a traditional storage backend using iSCSI, and the one on the right is using Portworx. They're both running a 3-node web application connected to a Postgres backend on Kubernetes 1.17.8. Now, the screens above you is how you interact with this application. When you click on the screen, it actually will write a record to the database that is Postgres. And you can see that when you interact with both of these different clusters, the application acts the same. And this is from sort of the day one, everything's going smooth, and that's great. We have all the records ready for us. But what I'm going to show you here is really what happens with node failure and how Kubernetes reacts to those node failures and why you need a data management system that can handle these types of node failures. As you can see, there's a node not ready on the Portworx cluster and a node not ready on the traditional iSCSI cluster. What happens now on the Portworx cluster is that Portworx goes through the same timeouts as the other cluster in the sense that for a few seconds, usually 30 seconds, the data will remain unavailable because the Kubernetes system is sort of recognizing things are down. Portworx has a feature called Stork, which is a storage orchestrator for Kubernetes, which recognizes that the stateful application is down and that it needs to bring things back online quickly. So as you can see, Stork recognizes the application is down and makes sure that it comes back up online with the data from the failed node available on a new healthy node. As you can see, everything's back and running condition, and soon our data will pop right back up. So now our application is back up. Users can interact with that database. The other cluster is going through what we call sort of the timeout dance, right? So the iSCSI volume was attached to this node, and now the system is having trouble getting that detached and reattached to the new node. And as you can see, over time, as we've sped up here, tens of minutes go by, 20 minutes goes by, and that cluster is still having trouble reconnecting with everything. So as you can see, there's crash loop backoffs, there's errors because the Postgres database is down. On the right, that node that went down did have a stateless app, so there is one sort of still trying to terminate, but that application remains up and available. And this is the biggest difference in value when it comes to running a cloud native data management system that's tied closely with the orchestrator that runs Kubernetes with a component like Stork with Portworx. You get immediate failover and application uptime. With traditional systems, these don't really react well to these types of failures in Kubernetes. And as you can see, that volume cannot be attached. So hopefully that showed the value of what Portworx can do for you in day 2 failure scenarios. Take care.